In 2018, Ayanna Pressley became the first black congresswoman in Massachusetts. Now, prior to that, she was the first woman of color on the Boston City Council, paving the way for a line of progressive women who've come into office after her. In the wake of her 5-year anniversary of being elected, GBH News' Paris Alston sat down with the congresswoman in her district at Dudley Cafe in Nubian Square. They discussed her historic political career so far, her support for a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, and how they both start their days.
I'm really a morning person. You know, like I get up probably between 5 and 5:30 every single day.
Wow. Okay, I got you beat because I get up at 3 to go host Morning Edition. So,
oh, right, yeah.
So think of me when you're up at that hour.
I will.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I'm talking to women in power. And today we're at Dudley Cafe in Nubian Square to speak with Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley.
There's nothing like being home. I work in Washington, but I work for the people of the Massachusetts 7th. And so when I get to come home and just to be just in community, to be in proximity, it's always very grounding.
Right now, there's a lot of pressure because of the split that's in the Democratic Party over the conflict in Gaza and the war between Israel and Hamas. And people are looking towards Congressman Jeffries to support those who have come out very firmly against what Israel has been doing in Gaza. I know that you've called for a ceasefire. Several of your colleagues of the squad have done the same. But also, Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib of Michigan has been censured for comments and rhetoric that she has said about the war. She is Palestinian herself, we should note. So, how did the Democrats? How will they be defined by this moment on this particular issue? Because it has the potential to split the party. It already is.
Well, we're a big tent party and we're a big tent caucus. And even though we may at times see a different path to achieve an end, I think it's fair to say we all want the same end, which is peace, lasting peace. And I also think it's important to note that I'm certainly not, standing alone or even in a very, very small minority when it comes to calling for a ceasefire. This is something that well over 40 members of Congress have called for, that the UN has called for, the President of France, the Pope, and certainly the millions that have mobilized in our streets in advocating for peace. I support a ceasefire because I want to save lives, all lives. And very often in government, these unjust binary choices are foisted onto us. And I reject that on every issue, not just when it comes to Israel and Gaza.
We're heading into a big election year. Obviously, there's a presidential election, but there are all these congressional elections, too, that are going to be very consequential for where we go from here. Are you excited about a Biden-Harris ticket in 2024?
Yeah. As you said, our challenges have never been greater, and every day it's very clear. How should I say this? I think a lot about January 6th and just how close we came to losing it all, right? And what we have seen is this emboldened, coordinated, unrelenting assault on our democracy, rollbacks and the undermining of gains that have been made in civil rights. And under this Republican majority in the House, every day just seeking to exact harm. And so we have to do everything possible to defeat them so that we can right the wrongs and undo the harm that they have caused.
So it sounds like that the best possible option to do that right now is who we have in the White House.
Oh, absolutely.
You are a style icon in many ways, not just from your appearance, but from how you legislate. And I want to walk through this with you because
I was going to say, who said that?
I knew. Well, the New York Times did name you one of their 93 proudest people here in 2022.
I literally just wear black every day, so I don't know, but
it's complementary the two, right?
Yeah.
Because you mentioned compassion and you're legislating, and you do things like really push legislating joy, which you did through are attempting to do through the Crown Act, which bans racialized hair discrimination, and obviously that's a core to you because of your own journey. With
yes. By the way, shout out to your braider.
Okay. She was my roommate. She does have a business. I'll tag her.
Okay. You know,
thank you very much.
It's such an intimate relationship. Yes,
it
you
is.
know,
It really
I
is.
embrace my alopecia crown, but I loved having braids, and I love that relationship with my braider. But yes, you know, I do seek to legislate equity, to legislate healing, to legislate justice, to legislate, joy. And there is an incredible joy when you can show up in the world fully, authentically, and unapologetically as yourself. I have to be real. There are moments when I do miss my hair. I'm still not at a point where my journey includes wearing a wig. You never say never. My husband, who I'm just so fortunate, to have as my partner, says that he does not believe that alopecia robbed me of my beauty. He believes that it revealed it. You know?
I do want to pick up, since we're talking about hair, because I remember a tweet from a couple years ago where your daughter Cora wanted to dye her hair blue.
Okay.
And she made a PowerPoint presentation and all this stuff.
A 6-page slide deck.
Yes, and she was young. She was relatively young, and you all said no. But has she been able to dye her hair since?
Can I tell you the backlash I got on that?
They kind of went in on that.
They came for me. I'm happy to report that actually, we have supported her in her personal and self-expression, and she has dyed her hair. She's 15 now. We're very proud of her, and I think about her a lot. At her 8th grade graduation was the day that the Dobbs decision came out and Roe was overturned. And I, remember just starting the day out feeling so hopeful and optimistic about her future. And of course I still am. But in real time, when that decision came out, I felt so heavy. I felt dread because I felt that it was precedent. I didn't know what else might be coming. That would mean that my daughter could grow up in a world where she had fewer rights than I grew up with. And abortion is health care. And so that work of reproductive rights, of maternal justice, I've also used the power of the pen as a lawmaker around the maternal morbidity crisis and its disparate impact on black women, which is very linked to this march by Republicans towards really a nationwide ban on abortion. So what is that? It's forced birth. And when you consider the fact that black women are 3 to 4 times more likely to die in childbirth or post-birth in complications, this is a matter of life and death. And my own paternal grandmother, Grandma Carey, who I have a picture of in our home, I have a shelf that I call our wall. It's like our ancestor wall. And I never got to know her because she died in the 1950s, giving birth to my father's youngest brother. And so the fact that my paternal grandmother, Grandma Carey, died in the 1950s in childbirth, and that in 2023, that black women would still be 3 to 4 times more likely to die in childbirth or post-birth in complications is unacceptable. And so this is why I don't mind taking hard votes. I'm okay if everyone doesn't like me. I'm in this to do the work of changing and saving lives. And I'm going to organize, mobilize, legislate like lives depend on it, because they do.
What do you want the little girls who are looking at you now to take away from your leadership?
You belong.